The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
It's just me or his chorus stand a little weird. It's like she has like a very... Oh, maybe it was because she was looking at her... I think it was because she had her Omni tool out, so like her back was hunched like she was looking at it, but she was staring at us, which made it look weird. New location discovered. Is this actually the... Oh, I think this might be the dock.
It's like
I think we dock over
standby.
there.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
Yeah, this is definitely the dock. So yeah, there isn't a whole lot to do right now, and in fact, I'm not sure if there's actually going to be... Oh, well, there's a person over there. I can see them.
Plants are still alive.
That's good. Supply crate.
It's
terrarium.
like they didn't finish building it.
Oh, what's that? I see, this is why you always gotta explore, because you never know where you're gonna find shit. Look at that, there's a whole fucking gun in there.
Hello?
And not only a gun, but a upgrade for it as well. And they did bring Avina from the Citadel. They did decide to bring her as their AI for the Ark as well. I guess just so people... Well, I guess it's because they probably had her handy. I mean, they could just give her the new information and be done with it. Now, can I actually make it past? Because like I said, I know that there's a... I could tell on the scan that there was a person over here somewhere.
There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Okay. But before we talk to him, we'll talk to Avina. Because she will...
that worker.
Yeah. But we'll talk to Avina first, because she's got a lot of information.
To Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the multi-ball is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulation. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone? What can you tell me about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist
Well, she would only have, like, the information that we had when we left, right?
That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you. Current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
See, now, and I think that they bring it up later, but, like, the reason why her information is like that is because they
Why don't
found
we just ask that guy?
a Geth relay that was, like, basically a Mass Effect telescope that could let them see here. But obviously, since... How many light years away did she say we were? 2 million light years? Which means that it would have taken light 2 million years to reach the Milky Way from here. So the information we were receiving was 2 million years old. And then it's changed 600 years past that again. So really, we're like 2,600,000 years out of date with our information. And I think they go over that later. And maybe they had a different way of seeing it so that we weren't quite as out of date as 2 million years. But either way, we're at bare minimum, all of our information on the place was going to be 600 and some years out of date from when we left.
Hi there. We're from Archiverian, and wondering where everybody went. Did he hit you? Did you say it, Mark? Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it. I'm Kieran Tannis. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Scott Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an arc had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
Well, I've got a shipload of people that says we're here.
Of course, it's just you're the first arc we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year.
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
They gave up after only a year. Like, they were crossing, like, 600 years of space, and they couldn't...
Wrong with our plan has.
Like, it was going to take 600 years to get here, and they couldn't give more than a year before they gave up.
We're familiar with that.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
Yeah, this is how they explain the criminal element in the galaxy from our
No
galaxy.
word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just keeps getting better.
We're here.
And once again, we're the aliens.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
Drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an arc to finally show up. Stopping procedures are going to cross the floor.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaron Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means.
Hmm.
My father believed I am. If you trusted him with the job, you'll have to trust his judgment.
Your father won't be around to fix things if you fail.
That's no way to treat a guest.
I'm Nat Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scholarship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, I was all gone. You have my vote.
Power runs out.
You best go talk to Director Tane. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come to me when you have a chance.
I mean, I feel like you should still be,
Hey, look, where's that track?
you know,
Send a tally of supplies.
keeping what isn't necessary turned off, but I mean, you know, whatever. So yeah, this is the Nexus. We have, or we will be here quite a bit. There is a lot of shit to do on here. A lot of side quests to both get and turn in. There's even a few that just take place entirely on here, which I think we might get one or two of those.
Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8.
Taz, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind you of that now and then.
See, now, once again, according to the thing, there would have been Krogans coming in on the Quarian arc because they didn't get their own. But the thing about the genophage is if only 1 in 1,000 children were surviving, and now I don't know, because I think at one point they say that they're just stillborn, which means that, you know, they do birth, but we don't know exactly how Krogans give birth anyway, at least not that I can remember, but I didn't really read any of the, or at least very many of the codex entries in the original Mass Effect. But if, like, because, like, 1 in 1,000 sounds bad, but if, like, one Krogan has, like lays, like, if they lay eggs or something, 1 in 1,000 is obviously, like, they're still a presence, right? Like, they're still alive, they're still kicking in the Milky Way galaxy, even with that 1 in 1,000, which means that 1 in 1,000, they must give birth to, like, millions of fucking Krogan. Like, it must be absolutely ridiculous. So if they're up to 4%, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, humans themselves, like, humans give birth way more than we should as it is. And I mean, we can only give birth once every 9 months. Now, granted, there are obviously times where you get twins or triplets or whatever, you know, multiple births at once out of one individual. But, like, if 1 in 1,000 is dying and there's still as many Krogans as there are, that's, like, they must have, like, some kind of reproduction, like eggs or something to that effect, right?
Nothing more for now. Later.
But yeah, that's Kesh. We'll get some more shit out of her later, probably. Same shit, different day. For posterity, in case the initiative goes belly up, the Nexus is a 4-ring circus. Don't like how Tan operates, and his disdain for the Krogan is obvious. I believe his intentions are ultimately good, but he's an opportunist who's likely to create dissent. I don't see the Nexus coming together if he's left unchecked. It's already polarizing Addison. She's taking the cue to circle the wagons. I think I can talk to Kandros about this and at least try to get the two of us more coordinated, or maybe not. Seriously hate this kind of drama. But yeah, like, when you go through Mass Effect 3, you have the option of curing the genophage or not. In my opinion, based on the information that I know about the Krogan, now granted, since the genophage, obviously they've calmed down slightly, but even then, that doesn't mean a whole lot. They're still have a lot of anger issues that they must deal with and shit like that, you know? So, like, it still probably wouldn't be a good idea. Like, I think I ended up curing it in my playthrough of Mass Effect 3. But in all honesty, it's probably not the best idea. Weakening it, sure. Giving them more than 1 in 1,000 odds, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so here's where you can buy weapons. I think we have to do a whole thing with this guy at some point. I don't know where I can. I think I might have to. I know there's a way. Oh yeah, security footage to that. Damage control from Tyrion Kandros. Oh god, alright. Kandros, as you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly, but we believe it began with a fire in hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor, but for the leaders, including your predecessor, former security director Sloan Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory, I have no idea what that word is, attempts to catalog and address the damages caused by Sloan's people during the uprising, supplies, stolen equipment, broken, things of that nature, but I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we are going to survive. Director 10, I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Nels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding the exiles were more Calix's people than Sloan's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Calix Corvinus may have started, but Sloan made her allegiances clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Sloan Kelly's not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Good. Then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloan and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Forward report from Recon Team 232. Trails cold. Found what looks like abandoned camps in the Pfeiffer system, but none with living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirator Erita was among the dead, but not Sloan Kelly. Alright. So that's a little bit of backstory about what happened on the, or after, I guess, the uprising. Ooh, a Revenant. That name sounds familiar. I don't know if we can get other, like, I don't know how the loot is distributed in this game in regards to, like, Helios, Andromeda, and Remnant stuff. Like, I don't know if I could open up a chest here and get a Remnant gun. It would be weird, but it may honestly be possible. Or if I could get a Helios gun.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble. Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, we'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll rank you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
My thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes. We're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you don't need more bioscans and samples to count, I can give you finder's fee. Tempted?
Alright. So yeah, that I think is our well, the last two, Dr. Aradana's quest is obviously a lot more, you know, go here, find the thing. The other ones are ones that'll take us quite a while. Let's see. Since we are by definition an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of Milky Way. But this cluster is scarred by the Scourge and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That too requires conservation. So that's just one where we'll find plants, and I don't remember if it's special plants or just as we scan plants and animals, we'll just start getting rewards every once in a while. And then this one, patch notes, this is just, yeah. This one here, it's the same thing, just on every planet, or at least most of them, there'll be a few points that we have to go and check out a weird rock, basically. And once we've scanned a few, yeah, so like scan wildlife, 10 different things, which and then I don't remember if that one continues after the 10. The 16 minerals is probably all of the minerals, because like I said, there's only 2 or 3 per planet.
Be surprised. There's also
So like
vitamin
that's
C.
not too big of a deal, but those we won't be finishing for quite a while.
No time for our beer. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last year.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Mancora's in with Tan. Oh, I wonder, is this the,
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this much would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
yeah, so this one here, we also won't be finishing right away. I do believe. Unless I'm thinking of a different murder, because there's one that we need to do on the planet. I don't remember what this one is. Lieutenant, based on status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risks involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. So the strike teams here, I don't know actually if I can use them yet. I may need to talk to him first.
I know that look. The others bet you here, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results. Though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word of the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Nexus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
You know, come to think of it, I don't think that we find all the other 3 arcs. I'm not sure if we find the Solarian arc. Because I remember the mission you do for the Sari arc. Oh, you know what? Come to think of it, I remember a little bit about the Turian arc, but it's not about the arc itself. It's about survivors from it. But yeah, I don't know if we ever actually find the Solarian arc.
I see you ran into some not-so-friendly locals on the way here.
Bony crests, advanced tech, merciless sons of bitches. They're called the Cattle. We've sighted them on several worlds already. I've seen how dangerous they are firsthand. They could take the Nexus apart. Someday Addison will believe me.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time they cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of
All right, so yeah, we have the Apex or the strike teams here. Already did. Oh, what? Come on, I already fucking did.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Andrews.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Okay, so these are timed missions, if I recall. And they have different difficulties based, and then as you send out teams. Let's see. Yeah, so then they have some that you can do yourself, and then some that you have to send out teams. And then as you see mission traits, nighttime, it means that it's nighttime, there's outlaws, poor weather conditions, mission funds, and then you get different loot boxes, which are important. And then there's some that you can do yourself and some that you can't. Nice, I actually have all of my strike teams from my last playthrough. These carry over as it turns out. But then as you can see, I have them all set up differently. Like positive traits, da-da-da-da-da. And then equipment traits. So like these guys here, effectiveness during high risk, high reward. This one, poor weather conditions. This one, in just straight up effectiveness. They're more standard. We need a hero, night vision. Basically, I just tried to give them each a bonus thing. But yeah, we'll get quite a bit of good shit from doing these. And I do believe they are all on a timer. So that one's 89. So we'll send them on that. Uncover enemy plans. That was 88. You don't get much better than 89, 88 if I recall on the gold missions. 70. Ugh. I don't think that these guys will ever die. I think they will come back failed, obviously, but I don't think that they can die from it. But yeah, and then now that we're on silver, we get a little bit better chances here. Now, obviously, okay, well, I got 293s there, so we'll see. Obviously, as you, when you first start the game, you're not going to be doing silver and gold missions. What is your chance? 38%. Yeah, let's not. Time required. Yeah, see, it says how much time. It's like an hour. That one's 4 hours. I think the ones that you can do yourself as a strike team. In fact, I think you can even... Yeah. So, like, you can go to the multiplayer and then it just completes this mission and you get all the items from it. And now I can't remember, though, if... We'll just send them on that one because I don't really care. So 94 is probably like the highest amount that you can get. As you can see, I have a fuck ton of mission funds. And I actually have a bunch of rewards waiting for me. So let's just... Common Omni Blade. You know what? Let's just claim all rewards. And then, yeah, and then these are the strike teams. And then I can't recruit because I have the maximum number. And then I can't show you how to equip them. But like the mission funds, I have 1,405 because I don't need them anymore. But then as you see on the left there, we're getting a bunch of research data. We got a new pistol. That's the main way to get research data late game, just because you can't get it any other way late game. Like, once you've been through more or less all of the areas of the game, you're going to run into a point where there's nothing left for you to personally scan.
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Milk and Francis.
Ah, a murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Milk, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to check with you.
Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
All right. So yeah, if that's what he's talking about, this is the one I thought of. I thought it would be weird if there was more than one murder mystery on this game, but
No news on the Turian arc yet. Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nexus, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty.
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murder? Look, knock yourself out. The key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bystanders, duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
all right. Where is the console? I don't remember where the console for this is. It might be. Oh, here it is.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilkin, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
I mean, that's an argument, but he didn't die there, so. I do remember, I think, how this turns out. And it does end up being a mission where you have to decide in the end whether or not he's guilty or something. Like, the evidence will eventually lead us to an answer, but it's up to you to decide whether it's, like, how guilty he is, I guess. Where the hell is Shaw? Maybe... Also, that console seems really low for a Turian. To be fair, it seems awfully low for a human to stand there too, so... Addison... Oh, there's Cassidy.
Cassidy Shaw, I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted, "No." Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Friends fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before he exploded.
See, this is one of those things, right, where
Of course,
because of the gameplay, it doesn't make sense, you know?
So the body was never examined. Important piece of a murder investigation.
Cam wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Because, like, as you have probably noticed, it takes more than one shot to kill anybody in this game, in this universe. That's fair.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a Foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Alright. So I think the only place we have left to go is Tan, which obviously will take the rest of this video probably. But next part we'll be heading to our first real planet.
Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought it didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree,
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle the world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
how?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others,
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
they're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I leveled up. Nice.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilk and Rensis murder charge.
And
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
that isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge.
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness, finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Candros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative and saw my chance to try the path I've taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who would want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Yeah, so those things there, whenever there's certain points on each planet where you go to and I'll drop one, that's where you can re-equip. You can get you can change out your teammates and whatnot. And then in the area around it you can mine. I won't be doing any mining on camera because that is without a doubt the most boring. Why would I go over there? Because that is without a doubt the absolute most boring thing there is. Oh, look at that. We do get a quest here. I'm going to finish everything on the Nexus. It's going to be a really long video, but...
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. But maybe I was just being paranoid.
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week. It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start taking critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that would really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Okay.
No, I'm
So yeah, you need to find...
I don't know.
Escape malicious... Oh. Yeah. Speak with Sam on the Hyperion. Oh.
No, I'm fine. No, nothing happened.
How do I... Here we go. Yeah, back out of Helios. Nexus. Nope, that's not it. Maybe additional... Nope, that's those. It's not under priority. Missing arcs. Oh, there it is. Station sabotage. Alright. Oh, let's go. Alright, so we'll do this. And then I actually, you know what, I'll end it here. Because I just remembered, I think that more areas have been opened up now. So I'll end this part here. We'll start the next part. We'll end up on Eos in the next part. But I don't know how soon into it. Because, like, I don't remember how much of the Nexus opens up. Like, if we're getting our ship, then that will obviously open up quite a bit of that area. And that, so, yeah. We'll start from here next week. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.